Hi everyone. This particular recording is for Aidan when she was talking in a thread about grief and sadness regarding her mum abandoning her when she was around 8 years old and how that's affected her life going forward. So Aidan, I'm actually imagining, feeling that you are present with me. You're sitting in front of me, if you like, and I'm going to address what is going on with you and your whole energy system. So we know that spiritually you will live forever, that from your I am presence, there is nothing that affects you, the real you. Your I am presence is merely observing, watching, getting feedback from you through your emotional guidance system about how your personality, the you that experiences everything on this planet, is coping and adjusting, readjusting, responding to what you are experiencing as the events in your life, or what happens internally, but just from your human mind and your emotions, and therefore your physical body. So Aidan, let's just breathe together. Don't change your breath. Don't try and control it. Just allow your breath to be what it is, because we both know that breath is life, is prana, chi, God. You're just breathing that into the body. And while you're doing that, you're going to feel your feet firmly on the floor, just sensing your feet. First the left foot, really feeling into it, because as you do, you activate your etheric template, your etheric body, your soul body. You can just feel what's happening there, blood pulsing through it, whether it feels big or small, tight, warm, cold, just really connecting with that. And then close your eyes and connect with your right foot, and you'll notice the difference simply by closing your eyes brings you more in touch with the inner you. And we're just feeling that right foot. By feeling into it, by being present with it, you're actually communicating with the etheric template. And the etheric template is the first level, if you like, of the auric fields, very, very close to the physical body. And in a really healthy person who thinks healthy thoughts and's got healthy, balanced emotions, that is an electric blue, the colour of the etheric body. And you can see it darting off of people's fingers and toes and out of their body, so it would seem, out of their skin, like electric blue lightning. And it's the grid work intertwined inside your physical body, and it is the template for the physical body. Without the etheric template, there would be no physical body. And what happens is when someone repeatedly, like yourself, has sensations, emotions, feelings of grief and sadness, that affects the lungs. So what will happen repeatedly over time, a greyness, like a cloud literally, starts to come between the beautiful etheric blue and your physical lungs. So it stops that universal energy, that etheric energy, that God energy, passing through the etheric template of the lungs into your physical lungs. So you can't get the life force into the lungs. And interestingly, people smoke because of grief. They want to put a smoke screen between their emotions in their body and start to disassociate from the pain that's causing them emotionally and eventually physically. So now the lungs are not small organs, they're quite big organs. As you know, we've got two of them like bellows attached to the sternum, the thoracic here. And if you put your right hand across your body, so that the fingertips just come to that collarbone or to the clavicle there, and just be with that, your arm crossing your chest. Just feeling that. And you're going to be dealing with your lung, your right lung. Now the purpose of putting your arm across your body like this is just to hold it, to let your body know you're containing the lung. You're going to be sensing into and feeling. So we're feeling into the intention, feeling into the right lung. Like I said, it comes up to that clavicle, it comes down almost to the waist. So get a good idea of what your lung looks like. You can look it up online and just breathe. Don't change your breath. This is not about deep breathing. It's not about you controlling anything. So allow your breath to be as it is. And just notice how far down into your body you can actually breathe. And all the while, we're feeling into this right lung and imagining it. And sense what you sense, whether it feels compacted, clean, dirty, expanded. You're feeling it. If you get colour, that can help. But this is about feeling. If you don't feel it, it's not happening. Okay? If you're just thinking it, that's all you're doing. You're just staying in a mental container thinking about your lungs. It won't change anything. It won't help your nervous system to heal. We're feeling into this lung. Just breathing naturally. You might feel the sense to sit up straighter, to let your pelvic girdle be like a tub, if you like, that's holding you up. And your spine is coming up straighter, which will help the flow of your chi energy through your meridians, through your energy centers, through your nervous system. Now, as you sit like this and practice this over time, you'll begin to get images. Your lungs will start speaking to you. They will show you images of what the grief, the sadness is about. And if that should happen, and it will, don't start having a conversation with the images, but penetrate into the image and allow it to express itself by showing itself to you. If you get the emotion coming up with that, then you know also to let that unfold. Now, this is a gentle process. It's not to be rushed. Your nervous system deserves your tolerance, your patience, and your love. If you rush it, you'll just be overwhelmed. And there's no need to rush any of this. So we're just slowing down the body, softening, smile. Because even as you smile, you soften your body. But we don't want any fake smiles. You just smile until you feel you're beginning to go into that fakeness. So just a gentle smile through your heart, holding your lung in its container, which is the diaphragm that is here and the diaphragm that's on the waistline. So we've got these two muscles, these diaphragms, that actually contain the ribs and everything that's in the rib cage. So that would be the heart, the lungs, the liver, the pancreas, the stomach, and so on. But we're dealing with the lungs. Now, after a few moments of doing that, and that's all you need, just a few moments, take the left hand, cross it over your chest, so the fingertips come to that collarbone, that clavicle there. It's going across your chest. And we're going to put the intention, the focus on the left lung, feeling into it. What does it feel like? Expanded, compressed, dense, thick, open, expanded? Does it feel complete? Or does it feel that there might be holes in it? Although there aren't any holes in your physical lung, because it would collapse, there might be that grey building up, you know, that I spoke of, between template, the beautiful blue, and the actual physical you. And the grey is the colour of sadness and grief that is buffered between the two, so the life force can't get through. And that can look a little bit like holes when you see it. But that's what I mean by that. We're just breathing. If you feel spontaneously to take a deep breath, do it, but don't make yourself take a deep breath. That's control. And we're just breathing into that left lung. Good. Good. And you're just sensing, noticing what's there to come out. And smile, which is love. Slowing down the mind, softening the body. Holding your two lungs now in that space of love. And just feeling what you're feeling in your beautiful body. And as I said before, your lung will start to show you images that your brain will translate into thoughts, maybe. But if you get images, you will get the meaning, the knowing. If you're relaxed, coming from the right space. And just take a moment to allow that flow to come through your heart. Flow of God. Just let it fill you. Don't force it. Don't think about it. Just let it be there. You. Taking care of you. So that will start the process of your actual body consciousness talking to you, showing you about the grief and the sadness. But also with you, Aidan, your spine really needs kind of a flush. Your lower chakras, your lower vertebra up to the middle back are quite dense, which means you have emotion there. We're just going to sit with that. And I just want you to imagine your first vertebra, where your skull comes onto the top of your neck, all the way down to your coccyx. I'd like you to put tips of your fingers on your first vertebra. It's there. And put your hand where your tailbone ends. Press in to find where it is. And just put your hand there, so you're kind of sitting on your fingers almost. Coming from love, so smile. Beautiful smile. We just allow. Light to come in. Just holding your fingers at the top of your spine, and your hand at the bottom of your spine. So you're holding this tube where all your nerves stem from, the central nervous system. You're just holding it all, loving it, softening it. Ah, that's good. Good. Slowing down your thoughts, softening your body. Just sinking into yourself. Just holding your spine that way. And now, if you can, for a moment, put the windscreen wipers between your physical body, okay, and all that we've just done. You're behind the palm of your hand, kind of stepping back in your body, so you're at the back of your body. And you're just looking at you, the back of you. And you don't want, need, or demand anything from anything. Just feeling what your body is feeling, because you cannot not do that unless you really go deep. Allowing it to be there. Keeping your body still, Aidan. If you fidget or you get distracted by wanting to get something, don't. Through your will, aligning with the will of your I am, allow discipline to filter through to your personality mind, the human mind, and your body. If you find that difficult, then just will yourself to be still. As I said to you before, if you were a student in one of my physical classes, I would make you sit on your hands. And you get in control of that psychic energy, which is what that is, thoughts. And you start to come from stillness. Doesn't matter if you have an itch on your face, you don't scratch it. Take your mind away from it by putting the windscreen wipers between you and it. So we're looking at your spine. And from your I am, which will be your core star in your body, center of your body usually. Can't find it with your mind, you can only feel it. Allow that to come through your body and fill your spine, so that your spine becomes like a huge pillar of light, like this physically, but like this energetically. And that beautiful pillar of light coming through you and down like this as well, to the base of your spine, a tube of light. Good, that's good. I'm just going to start to clear those energies out. Now this is going to get a bit complex maybe, a bit in depth, but you have 33 vertebrae and they are all spinning vortexes that spin. And I'd like you to take the time to go through each one, little vertebra, compacted, right? And just be with each one in this way. You can spin them. If you spin them anti-clockwise, you'll begin to spin dense energy out, but then you must stop and spin it clockwise to smooth it out. See what you have the time for to go through 33. Remember, the base of the coccyx is compacted. Be with your spine in that way, your nervous system. Starting to take care of that level of your physical self. As you practice this, you'll get really proficient with it. You haven't got time to do all 33 vertebrae. Just start from the base up. So you're feeling your feet. Go back to that. Your eyes are closed, so you're going inward now. You're not going into mindfulness. You're not going into a meditative state. You're not going to meditate. You're just being with yourself, inside yourself. All the way down. You're in your body more than you ever have been before. And open your eyes very gently and look at something in the room. But you're staying within yourself to look at that something, not putting your consciousness over it by zooming right over to it with your eyes. That's you connected inside, and you're connecting outside. The more you do this, the more connected you will be to yourself. Now we're going to think of your mum and you. So the 8-year-old you is a memory, but that memory is locked in your nervous system, still causing the pain. So I want to put you to put tips of your fingers on your thymus, your high heart. Imagine what that thymus looks like. And put your other hand over your solar plexus, just on your waistline, just below your waistline. Just feel where it is, where all those nerves come together. And the solar plexus is the emotional clearinghouse, if you like to put it that way. And you just hold your fingers there and your solar plexus with the other hand. So you're connecting yourself at these levels. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm starting to get really, really hot. And because I'm working with this, with you energetically, this is about you. Now I'm getting really hot, almost to the point of sweating. So this will affect you right now as I'm doing it. So we're just going to hold ourselves in this way, Aidan, until the heat subsides. And you're going to feel all kinds of sensations going down the lower half of your body. And let that consciousness, that energy go out through your feet into the earth. Your body is connected to the earth, and because this is emotional, it's magnetic energy. And just open up the soles of your feet, because you can, at an energy level, an etheric level. And just let all of that weird energy that needs rewiring go down into the earth. You can feel it soaking into the earth, the mother. Still your energy, and it will be returned to you. Good. Now I'm beginning to cool down. This is good. Just sitting with this, following my voice, and anyone who's joining in with this from the group. Good. I'm just waiting to become balanced within myself, which is you. There's a lot going on in your body, so you must take time. Good thing for you to do would be to take iodine at 15%, 3 or 4 drops in a glass of water every day, which will help your thyroid and these glands here. Iodine is the violet flame solidified on this planet. Which comes from God. People associate it with Saint Germain, but it's from God. Good, good. So now I want you to change hands and put the other hand, your fingertips, on the thymus gland, which is round about where my fingers are. And put your other hand on your sacral chakra below your navel, the subconscious parts where you push the grief down and down and the sadness down and down into your subconscious, your belly, your guts, holding on. And we're just going to hold that there. Let the energies come from that still place that is God, healing your body at this level so you can let go. You can let go. Now I want you to take your two hands. I want you to go down to your pelvic girdle, those bones on your body, and I want you to just trace those bones all the way around where they join into the pubic bone. Trace those bones with love, nothing harsh. This is from love, caring, nurturing. And just hold the whole pelvic girdle with your hands. It's like a container. All the organs that live there. Just holding that part of yourself. And just allowing what's there to be there. Just allowing what wants to speak to you to speak to you. Not controlling anything. Till you start to feel warm there. The fire burning in your belly, your passion. We're not concentrating on that right now. We're concentrating on nurturing what's held there within the body. It needs to come out. Good. Good. And finally, to end this part of this session, I want you to take your right hand and put it under just where your chest is, where your boobs would start, and where your heart is, in a line with that, on the left side of your body. Put the other hand, your left hand, on the top of your right arm. So you're, hugging yourself, holding yourself here and here, containing your heart, your beautiful heart that doesn't know sadness, doesn't know grief. But if you have heartache, or use those words, and you're going to have that grey that I spoke of between that beautiful blue etheric template and your physical heart, which stops the life force getting through to the heart. And people have heart attacks and heart disease and all sorts of things because of that, essentially. So we're holding the heart, supporting it with love, because we are love. And supporting it with love allows light to come through. Just feel it in your hands, holding you, holding your body, you holding you. So I'd like you to practice with this session that I've just completed and see how you feel, what reactions you have. And every time you feel as though you've got a rush or the pressure in your head, you haven't got time to do this, you haven't got time to do that, just say to your mind, slow down. Slow down your thoughts. Soften your body. Over and over again. I used to do this literally every moment. Every moment. Every moment. That's how much I cared about aligning with God. Nothing was going to stop me. every moment. Soften, soften. So let me know how that works for you. I'd appreciate it if you post it in Mastering Bliss so that everyone can join in and use this process. And in that way, you're sharing yourself with all of us, helping all of us to align more and more. No rush. Don't start thinking about what you've got to do now. Just slow down your thoughts. Soften. And I'll watch out for any response you have in the group, and I'll come back to you about those responses. Much love to you, Aidan.